Spooky, scary, and maybe a little bit sweet.
It's just for the sheer joy of it. Everybody has their thing. This happens to be ours.
For nearly 3 decades, a house in a Virginia Beach neighborhood transforms itself just for a few hours on Halloween night.
Yes, we turned this entire garage into the Mad Scientist Laboratory.
And it's become the place to be on October 31st.
Really builds a community, to be able to get together, hang out, be like, hi, you're new to the neighborhood, nice to meet you.
Hundreds of neighbors gather around to see it. And the best part, all of these props are custom made.
It began with, let me add some skin to a skeleton, zombie it up. And next thing you know, I'm building portals and tombstones and things like that behind me.
For the next half hour, we're going to show you how our own graphic artist, Rob Coble, his wife Doris, and their son bring Dr. Dan's Halloween block party to life. Our journey begins with a trip to Virginia Beach. Rob and Doris invited us into their home one morning to give us a look at just some of the props they have made over the years.
When we first started this, it was the year after I wasn't allowed to trick or treat anymore. And so my dad and I were talking maybe a week or two before Halloween, and he's like, what do you want to do for Halloween? And I told him, I think I'd like to do a haunted house. And he was like, okay, let's make it happen. So we set up the whole garage. My brother was older, he's older, so he brought a bunch of friends, and it was a good time. They set up black tarps to make a little maze. My dad made me, because I was a witch that year, made me 3 different buckets, and he cut a hole out of one so I could put my hand. And so we would rearrange the buckets. One of them had noodles, and the other one had candy, so it was choose your fate. It was just a good time, and people go through it multiple times. And after that, my dad was like, that was so much fun, we should do that again.
And it eventually, I don't know when it began, but her father decided, I want to make sure that everybody gets treats. The kids, the adults, even the dogs get treats. So that way, anybody that comes to the garage gets a treat. And that's been going on since about 1998.
So Doris's family did this for several years. Then she met Rob, who realized that he could help make this neighborhood staple into something even bigger.
But I came along and we met, and since I have a background in graphic design, I was like, hey, maybe I should try making some props. I think that'd be kind of a neat idea. And it began with, let me add some skin to a skeleton, zombie it up. And next thing you know, I'm building portals and tombstones and things like that behind me. And it just kind of exploded, and it just got bigger and bigger every year. And her father has become a legend in this neighborhood.
Dr. Dan's laboratory has become so popular among the neighbors that the word has spread to other areas. People have started coming from miles away just to see what it's all about.
Oh yeah, I've caught one of people, I'd ask them, where do you live? Oh, we live about 2 miles that way, because they just heard about it.
Or we see somebody drive by and they pull their car over, and they get out and they're like, oh, we wanted to see this place.
We've heard about this place.
Rob and Doris make jump scares a big part of the experience, but they do understand that not everyone likes to be scared. That's why they make sure there is something for everyone to enjoy.
We have a pumpkin patch area that is to the driveway left, and everything to the right is a little bit more scary. So if we have younger kids that don't want to be scared, we tell them, okay, just go to the left where the pumpkin patch area is. There's no jump scares. A lot of times I'll take my mask off and just walk up to the mother or the father with the kid, and sometimes I'll have candy on me, and I'll say, hey, if you don't want to go over there, I can just give you some candy here, that's okay. Or if you'd like, I can walk you over to the safer areas and show you where everything is. And once I do that, it's no longer a mystery, and it takes a lot of the fear out of it.
The Cobles say this is something they work on all year long, and every little detail is checked twice and worked on until the very last minute.
We're trying to fix things from the year before, because storage is terrible on any of these things. So we're fixing things that got broke, or that just didn't fare well over the sitting period.
Replacing lights, replacing batteries. We have a lot of portable lights because it's not just the props. We also have some bigger lights that we can plug in, but we also have small battery powered lights that we use to light every single tombstone. So every tombstone has its own lights, and they're usually colored, but I have to make sure they work, make sure the batteries are okay. So that all has to be tested weeks in advance in case if they've gone bad, they have to be replaced.
Yeah. I mean, the logistics of a setup like this, just getting the power and the electricity and the battery, all of that has to be enough work in itself.
Yes, it's daunting to say the least. It can be very stressful, but it always pays off. And we kind of laugh about it that we spend months setting this up and it lasts about 2 hours and it's over.
For one night.
But it's worth it. I mean, we love it. And we do it every year.
And all the last minute, like, oh, this light's not working, we need another light, last minute trips to the store just to like grab some lights. Or, I mean, it's funny because I think last year we went like 4 times to the store, like right before
for extension
Halloween
cords
started.
or lamps or batteries or light bulbs.
We're like, oh, we're missing this. Oh, we gotta go back.
But it's the extra effort, the passion, that makes it all worth it.
One of the most recent props that they've made, and one of my favorites, is this power panel right here. It's really impressive, and that's what fuels this whole laboratory.
Okay, we start with pink insulation foam panels to keep the prop lightweight. Next, we lay out some of the gauges and other pieces and begin creating boxes for some of the lights. Here, I took some small pieces I bought online and gave them a makeover. Now I'm testing the pulse lights for the front panel. The black paint is for a base and light blocking. A layer of EVA foam helps prevent dents in the insulation foam. Here, my son Mason helps me install a control panel. Grinding out foam for a gauge. Creating some custom stickers and putting them on. Here, we're dry brushing on the metallic finish. My wife Doris installing one of the gauges. Creating a box for the top part. Painting some oxidation on the copper and making it look old and worn. And we're done. This is basically the power center of the Mad Scientist Lab. We worked on this as a family. It took us about 3 weeks, I think, to build this. And it started with these. I found these online. I've been searching for them for years. Finally found them. And I was thinking, okay, what can I build around this? So this entire thing was built around these. If you think of like Frankenstein's laboratory, you always see these different power things. This is what this is. And we even have a power switch here. It doesn't do anything. It just looks cool. But sure.
I just want to,
Yeah.
like I'm this powerful.
Yeah, I want it to work, but it doesn't. It doesn't do anything.
No, it's really cool. So how do you get, even this piece right here, how do you get something like that?
Well, this I actually bought offline. It didn't look anything like this when I first bought it. So I repainted it, made a couple of custom stickers for it. And there are other things, like I made the panels here. A lot of the gauges, I made these. This panel down here, I bought, it was just gray, and I didn't really care for the way it came, so I redid the entire thing from scratch. And but this is pink insulation foam, so it's not that heavy. It looks heavy, it's not. This top piece also comes off, so if we need to, if this has to go on a table or something, we can put the top piece somewhere else if we need to. Some of the funny things, these are actually the bottoms of plastic wine glasses that we got at the dollar store. So those are from the dollar store.
The top ball is a Christmas ball.
Yeah, these are just Christmas balls that we got. Sometimes I'll find ideas online, because I didn't think about these. Somebody online did that, and I was like, oh, that's genius. I've seen other different types of things online like this, but nothing exactly like this. And I just wanted to put everything that I liked on it. Some of these gauges are actually real gauges that we bought at antique stores. So those are really cool. I like those.
It seems like almost everything you buy and then you modify.
Well, these are actually the icicle lights you see for Christmas, but they go down. So I just turn them upside down, so now they're going up.
Wow. And I love that you said this was a whole family project.
We all worked on this. Nobody's seen this yet.
Nope.
So we just made this year.
As you can imagine, the ideas keep flowing among the Kobolds throughout the years. Ideas like this brain box, something Doris came up with.
So to make the brain box, I took a fish tank and we got a bunch of like little bolts, some EVA foam, LED lights, and a Jello mold.
Are these things that you just picture it in your mind, or are you finding inspiration online or inspiration at haunted houses?
Well, you know, with it being a lab, like you would think there would be some kind of creepy things. So I figured like a brain would be something you would see in a lab, you know, experiments being done on it. And so that's why it's got the little electrodes looking type things stuck to it.
And you use the Jello mold. What material is that?
So this is actually latex and cotton balls. Like you take the cotton balls and you lay them out, and then you put the latex, and then when you go over it, it forms it into a nice little brain.
Some people see these things and think, wow, that's more work than I would want to put into it. But I'm betting it's work that you love.
Oh, it's a lot of fun, especially like when you see the final product. Like it's very fulfilling to see how it comes out in the end. And you know, Rob helped a lot with this because like there were things I was like, I don't know what to do with this, and he was like, oh, how about we put this here, or add a valve, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. And then this is actually from an old little kiddie swimming pool we had.
So are you going to like a Home Depot and saying we need these parts? And
Yeah, we go to the hardware store and we get things like the valves and little like bolts and things, and then some of them are just little like what Rob calls greeblies, I believe. They're like little pieces that you can get in like little bags, like just kind of mixed up, the little cogs and things. It needs a little bit of repair, but
No, that's incredible. You said there will be water on it on Halloween night.
Yes, and it actually has a pond fogger that goes in the bottom so it fogs.
You guys think of everything. All right, so tell me what we've got here.
This is our oven. I made this out of a concrete form, so it's cardboard, and we wrap it in EVA foam. And the funny thing about this is those are sippy cups on the side.
These? Mm-hmm. Wow. And then you just dirty them up? How do you do that?
Painted them white, got them all dirtied up. We have a Tupperware thing in the front. Oh. That's all that is. Put EVA foam around this, wrapped it in EVA foam. And for the effect, to get the flame, if you open up this, you can look on the inside. It's just a Halloween projector.
Wow.
So we put a plastic skull in there. We have a projector you can see hitting that.
Man, I bet when you're making this stuff, it's just constantly like, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
I've got an idea.
The ideas
Let me go
start
grab
flowing.
this.
Yes, and you can't keep up. There's just so many ideas start to flow, and there's not enough money and time to do it all.
And I love that you have actual parts from actual machinery.
Well, it makes it look more realistic. And now some of these knobs don't actually do anything. They just look nice. That kind of works. I think that one actually works, but it doesn't do anything. They're just there to look
Can
good.
you switch them?
Those don't turn. Those don't turn.
And so where do you get like the danger thing and the
Those
springs
I get on the computer and I make all these labels myself. But the springs, they're not really springs. It's just copper wire, and I just wrapped them around a piece of wood and made springs out of them.
That's incredible. And this even, you could see, was that from a garage sale?
Yes, bought this. I think it was an antique store.
Oh,
when I bought that. So some of the stuff is actually real. It just doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't work. It just looks nice.
And this actually looks welded right there. How'd you do
Yes,
that?
I want to see. It was hot glue and the bathroom sealer.
Oh,
We used
man,
bathroom
and then you
sealer for
paint
that.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to get all of these squares perfect, or rectangles for the, man.
Just used a ruler and a pen and an X-Acto blade.
How long do you think something like this?
This took me about 2 weeks.
That doesn't seem like very long.
Well, I did put a lot of hours into it. And
Yeah.
2 of those weeks, it was long weekends.
Yeah. And kind of like I was asking Doris, some people see that and they think, that's too much work. But I imagine it's sort of therapeutic for you.
Yes. This is one of those things that I do to keep me busy and keep my mind occupied. This is why I do all the things I do. But I also get joy out of it. I find when I'm doing things like this, I'm very focused. And the time usually goes by pretty quickly.
And then once it's all together, you put the light in there and you turn it on for the first time. What's that feel like?
That's when it all comes together. I'm always having my fingers crossed. Please work, please look good. And a lot of times it does. A lot of times I'll plug it in and I'm really happy with the way it came out.
Yeah, this is really cool. I like this one. Is this new this year?
Yes.
Lots of new ones this year.
Yes, made this over the summer.
You've been busy.
Yes, very busy.
It's not just props Rob and Doris can make. They also make custom costumes. They made this incredible medieval Reaper costume for their son, and I got a chance to try it on.
Heads up.
Listen as they explain the intricacies of the design and the crafting that went into it.
Rob, it's the detail and all of this stuff that is so cool. Tell me how you made this Grim Reaper costume.
This is actually all foam. We use sheets of EVA foam like this, and for some of the detail, we'll use the foam clay. And we just cut it, form it, and paint it.
Same with this?
Same thing. This is a PVC base, and I took EVA foam like this, wrapped it around, and used a wood burning tool to burn in the wood grain. And I used other pieces of EVA foam to wrap the fake leather. The blade's all EVA foam. So this is very versatile stuff.
Have you been taught this kind of artistry, or are you just learning as you go?
I just learn as I go. I mean, I do have a background in graphic design, but this is just me, a lot of trial and error, a lot of watching videos online, getting inspiration from going to Halloween stores, that kind of thing.
I don't see any error.
Thanks. I worked really hard on this.
Are there errors that end up getting tossed?
Oh yeah, there are all kinds of things that I've had to throw away that just did not come out right.
Yeah.
We had when we made, it was a kind of a corpsey looking ghost, and it started falling apart, and we just got rid of it. So not everything is a success, but then when you work hard enough, things start to come together.
There are a lot of successes.
Oh, thank you.
So this was something your son wore,
Yes.
and he was the Grim Reaper.
We just called him a Reaper.
A Reaper. Okay.
And we have 2 different masks that we bought at the store, and generally this comes with, we use a cloak, but we made all of the armor to make it look a little bit more intimidating.
I just can't get over how detailed and light. It's really light.
Yes.
That's what's so surprising.
Well, if you have to wear it all night, you don't want to wear anything heavy.
That's true. While interviewing Rob and Doris, I was inspired. I wanted to be creative too. I wanted to make my own prop. And I really liked their spell books. So they showed me exactly how they make those books. I came home and I did it myself. I made a spell book, and it really wasn't too hard.
First, I found a book at a thrift store. This was the CHKD in Portsmouth. Then I arranged wooden letters with eyes that Rob found online. Using sculpting clay, I rolled out eyelids and molded them to look like real eyes. After gluing the letters, I waited overnight for the clay to dry. The next part is the fun part. I crumpled up tissue paper and used Mod Podge to stick it to the book, creating a wrinkled texture. Another night of drying, and then I could paint it. I used blacks and greens for mine. Then I used some scrap material for the binding. I painted it and painted 3 strips and then added these furniture tacks. Finally, it was time to paint the letters. I chose gold. I loved this part, seeing it come alive. And final touches include a clasp and corner pieces. These can be found at your local craft store. And that's all you need for a spooky spell book that is sure to spark conversation at your next Halloween party. Rob and Doris told us there actually used to be more props, but unfortunately, a storage unit fire took out a lot of the things they've made.
Well, the largest prop that we had ever done was a portal, and the entire family worked on it. And it took us about 2 months to build that thing. And It was great. My son even shot video of her father in front of a green screen, and I animated his skull. It looked like he was being shocked, and the skull would show, and he would laugh, and that was projected onto a screen into the portal. But as she said, a few years ago, the storage unit caught on fire next door and melted it, so we lost that.
So you had 20 plus years of Halloween decorations in this storage unit.
And a lot of them disappeared, including our tombstones. We had a bunch of tombstones that we had handmade, and I believe most of them we lost, and we had to remake all of them.
Rob and Doris did not let that setback get in the way of making the laboratory that year. And since, they have, of course, made brand new props. And that's because the Cobles love putting this on every year. Not only because it's a chance to express their creativity, they also love that it's a family affair.
So all this work, probably pretty pricey too, to put all this on as well.
Yes.
And you say it's worth it. Why?
It's just for the sheer joy of it. Everybody has their thing. This happens to be ours. So if I've got to put some money into it, okay. Some of the animatronics that we have are in the $500 range, and I feel like that when we add to them, they're worth more than that. But it's not so much the money, it's the joy we bring to the neighborhood. And we've made new friends, we've met people, neighbors have met each other. So I really can't put a price on that.
Really builds a community, you know, to be able to like get together, hang out, be like, hi, you know, you're new to the neighborhood, nice to meet you. So
You said you wanted it to feel like the 90s.
yes, because like in the 90s, like the streets were filled with kids. Like now you get like a big group and they move on and then there's nothing. And so over the last several years, we've had consistency. Like, I mean, we always have a consistent group of kids coming through with their parents, their pets, you know, all of the neighbors. It's just great.
You know, even during COVID, I found that when most other places had completely shut down, we still had people here.
My dad did something so funny that year. He set up the garage and he took a big piece of PVC and he would just shoot the candy down to the kids.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was so
He
funny
did.
because like he was like, I don't want to get anybody sick, you know, I don't want anybody to get, you know, because my granddad is very old, did not want to get him sick. So he was like, we don't want to give up Halloween, so we'll just set it up. They can see it from a distance and we'll just send them candy.
As their son, and of course the namesake of the lab, Doris's father, Dr. Dan, play a huge role in it.
Oh, he loves Halloween. He is absolutely on board for that.
Yeah.
I mean, he wants this house because like the whole house is just, he's practically grown up here, you know, like since my parents had it and now we have it, I'm sure he's going to want it too.
And he will pass on the tradition. He likes to dress up. He's very good at knowing when to scare kids and when not to scare them. And if it's a younger kid, he'll walk up to them, he'll pull his mask off, and he'll be really friendly. But if it's somebody that's older, he'll get them.
They also say it's a chance to recapture a time that a lot of young people just did not get to experience.
So how important do you think it is to continue things like this?
It's extremely important. I think this just creates a vehicle for more human interaction, and I think there needs to be more things like this. You need to give kids and adults a reason to want to get out of the house and go out and talk to each other, and an event like this kind of does that.
Yeah, it's passing on a tradition that like we all went through, you know, we all had such great memories, you know, of going out trick-or-treating, being with our friends and our family and seeing all the cool things. So it's just nice to pass it on.